Good evening. Who'd have thought I'd be doing part 3 in the house? But yes, shitty weather. And I was thinking, mine's an 86. All you 900 later Saab owners are going to go through all this shit because this is a very common area for it to rust. But I'll go through what I've been doing. But seriously, because of the way Saab welded this lower skid pan to the crossmember, the corrosion is in there. It's in there. You might not see it, but it's in there. And that's where it starts. But I'll give you some heads up. Yes, as always, I'm an amateur, but I'm trying to do my best, and I think I'm getting there. So I'm going to walk you through the where I'm up to now, because tomorrow you won't see this again because it's going to be welded on the car, because I've got 2 good days, 2 good bloody days of hopefully dry weather, so I don't have to keep getting my welder in and out and in and out and in and out and grinding in the wet. And you don't want to grind in the wet. I'm an electrician. You don't want to mix water with electricity. But there you go. Right, so where we are is obviously, if you go back to the early videos, all this was non-existent as far as the slant panel. Today, it's still a bit wet actually because it's in zinc prime and the house stinks, but thankfully the dragger's in bed. So today I've been putting my captive nuts in for the radiator slant panel. You've got 2 here. I don't know what size they look, about 15 or 17, I'm not quite sure. But the most important thing is sorry, that might have been out of shot. So those are your 2 most important bolts. So I've captive welded the original nuts. Everything's original. I've cleaned it up. I don't care how rusty they were. They've been in the rust kiln. I've cleaned those up. So that's a 15 or 17. I'm not quite sure, but I'll do that on my full video. The most important thing is this bit here. This is where I cut it from the car. Obviously, the inner wing comes up here. That is my datum point. These are, I think if you've got a left-hand drive, this is where one of your oil cooler pipes would go through and your other one would come through this side. Now, the slant panel, I sort of showed you in the garage. I mean, it's really nice. I mean, 40 years old. I've got very little work to do. The only thing I've got on the slant panel is this bit here. I've got probably some fine filler or dolphin glaze, and on here at the moment it's in a thick coat of epoxy primer, but the top half is really good. Bit of work to do around here. These are all your mountings for twin horn, high and low. Can't remember the name of the horns, but that's where all your horn brackets go. And in this area, for me, it's the air conditioning. I'm actually quite chuffed because I mean, I've done this in the garage, and I've done it on the drive, and it's still all very snotty. This bit's lovely. Apart from that bit there, which I've shown you, all my bracketries all round the whole slant panel is absolutely fantastic. The only thing that's gone on this is the tow bar, and that's it's a 2-part. If you look on this one here, it's a 2 skin. It's an inner and an outer skin. So I'm going to have to press that. I haven't got a die press, but I'll have to make something out of press it in the vise with 2 sockets. So all this is going to have to be cornflaked to bring it back to some sort of originality. Before I went to the shop blasted, this was broken off, and that's the bottom of where the radiator sits, with your two rubber mountings that go in there and there. I'm going to have to leave the front lip because I don't know where the aero kit goes, but I mean, if I squeeze that, if you see that, once that's all welded up, that's going to come absolutely perfect. And everything, yes, it's been a long process. It's been bloody 6 months, hasn't it, of ducking and diving. But everything has married up as far as the mounting points. Look, all original. Cleaned them up, re-welded them, captive nuts, both inside and outside. Once all that's tack welded or plug welded, whichever I choose, clear all this up. There's only this. There's that section there, which is gone. Remember, 40 years, and this side is basically the worst. But it's strong. The structure's right, and like I say, the main thing for me was keeping all the dating points in because I had nothing. I had nothing to go off. The bits of rust that I had, I kept. These are my most important dating points. That little bit there it's all oversized. It's not even fastened. But by the time I get that on the car, and this is your under battery tray, that there, I mean, I can't remember because again it was non-existent. I think that is a little arched piece of bracketry with a hole in it, and I think that holds one of your battery support U clips or F clips, whatever. But if you see there, I'm not going to weld that until I get this in the car. That will come together, and then I can seam weld it across there. Cut all what I don't need off. I've left a little tiny bit there, needs cleaning up. That's not going to be original, but it's going to give a little bit of support into the tiny bit that goes into the inner wing. So it might add a couple of ounces of sweets. I don't know. Like I said, earthing point, major earthing point. Can't even remember what this little bugger is here, but it's a threaded bolt, but that's original anyway. All this is original. It was all gone if you look back on the videos across the face. So again, with the ooh, there you go. Once I get this welded on the car, crossmember, I can work on cleaning up all this area. Obviously, you got your flutes in here and your flute in there. Bumper stop, I think, on there. On this side, which I've shown you, that bit there. Again, I've left that. You can see the new material. That's the original material. I'll cut all out this section because it's rotten, but I need that because that little point there and that little point there is my dating point to back to the original car. This is where, again, for my car, it's the near side under tray, and you've obviously got your beams, which I'm gonna have to fold some brackets tomorrow, which are gonna fit in here. One beam there, and the other beam there, which again I've remanufactured. I've had it on the car. Everything fits perfect. From, like I was saying, this is all a little bit snotty because I've just give it a quick coat of zinc primer, but I'll clean all this up tomorrow, and then I'll hit it with a load of seam sealer. Might not be original, but it'll protect it a lot more than what Saab did. So I've got my two captive nuts, which fasten to my two aluminium undergearbox bars. Everything fits perfect, which I'm really happy about. Got obviously the monotonous part is rewelding all these little snotty parts. But I mean, as far as the slam panel or the bonnet mounting panel, because all your bonnet gear goes on here, it's really lovely. After 40 years, I'm so happy that bit isn't corroded. Obviously, it's corroded down there, but then again, we are going for originality. I've got to keep as much original fabric to this car as possible, because no matter where I look in the UK, if you look for a 1986 T16s Aero, you'll see mine. You'll see mine. It's sewn. I believe there is a couple of others. Mine. Dave Palmer. He's done some fantastic restorations with black and tans, but mine's the Eduardo grey, which is in the US is the Edwardian grey. The ones that I've seen, which I believe are on an 86 plate, which is mine on a D plate, they seem to be something's not right, because the tailgates have got the spotlight, the extra stop lighting and the wiper. I'm not quite sure. I'm not a Saab expert, but I'm only going off what my car is. It's original. It's original as because it's been sat on my drive for. I mean, I owned it 95. It's been sat on my drive for 15 years, and unfortunately rotting away. This end, I mean, the rest of the car's not too bad. A few bits of rust in the back, but yeah, going back, look on whatever, how rare's my car, find my car, whatever. In the UK, in the States, it's known as an SPG. In the UK, it's the Aero, 16s Aero. So I don't know. It'd be lovely. If you've got one. If you've got an 86 Eduardo grey hanging around in your barn, or you're on the road, because according to the DVLA database, which is what the UK use, there's only mine, which is sewn, and yes, it is sewn. It's been off the road for however many years, so that'd be lovely to know if you've got another one. I mean, is there any more? And obviously, I'm going on the 86 plate. There's 84s, there's 85s, quite a few of those around. Not a few. I mean, there's 3 or 4 in the black and tan, which is a lovely colour, which I really really wanted when I was younger. But Eduardo grey, 1986, buffalo leather interior, air conditioning, cruise control, the full works, ex-pilot's car. Don't know. How rare is my car? I don't know. But there you go. Anyway, just 2 panels. I was saying my next step is my driver's door, because unfortunately I am going to have to replace the majority of this panel. This door skin panel, which is the under panel, which has your drain trays in, I only need, and I don't know if I've got this right because it's something I've never done, whether it's that way or that way, but whatever, I only need a very small section of this panel. So There you go. What's that little bug there? Fly. Anyway, so there you go. I'll show you the panels that I've got. This is for the. I've shown you this before anyway. So this is just again a quick update. Again from Saab, it's SB 289 is the 2-door right hand side for me, driver's side, inner door skin panel, which I need because these are all your fixings for your rubber mountings, and I'll need part of this panel, which is SB 287, which is the underside of the door skin, and hopefully I won't need so much. Say either this bit or that bit. I'm not quite sure. That might be back to front. I really don't know yet until I take the door off. And the door is a 2-man job. You got to take the loom out. The windows work on mine, which is quite unusual. That Saab window motors work. I think the regulator's a bit stiff, but I'll strip all that out. Obviously, take the glass out in anything that you're doing with any restoration. And I learned this from my Mini. Take your glass out, or protect your glass if you're grinding or welding, because you'll burn it. And sometimes you'll find that you won't be able to replace those panels. So protect all your panels. Anyway, going back, that's it. Dead quick update. Hopefully, in the next couple of days, I've got some good weather coming, and this will be on the car, welded, and I can start rebuilding and putting all the radiator back in and all the turbocharged pipes and everything else that goes with what I stripped off. And if you look back on the early videos, when I took the parts off, I restored them, or as good as cleaned them up. And that's hopefully that's going to be half the job for me. Labeled everything, filmed everything, and I'm hoping that the rebuild will go back together quite smooth. Obviously a lot of work, but this is a removable panel, so I'll do that. And going back as normal, I've got this San Marcos from Aldi. Oh God, give it up. No, not knocking Spanish beer, but give me a Heineken any time of the day. Look after yourself. Take care. Hopefully, see you in the next couple of days.